Welcome to
Dear Friends and Dead Ends. My name is Cody.
And my name is Ashley. Cases may contain graphic details, explicit language, and very bad puns. We're on what, episode 18? It's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
so
enough. Episode 18.
Yes.
We're legal now.
We are legal.
I made that joke at the end of last episode and I regretted it, but then I made it again this time.
Yeah, I left it in so everyone will know about it. But thank you guys for joining us. It's pretty cool. As of today, we have the most downloads that we've had within a 24-hour span. So we're definitely growing, which is super, super cool.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said goddamn right.
I thought that's what you said.
Goddamn right.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so much easier to hear you when you're like actually talking into the mic.
Oh wait, do I need to like be like this so they can't see my beautiful little mouth?
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll be honest. Maybe if I just turn my head like this, I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe by like episode 36.
Careful. I gotta be real careful when I drink, okay? Gotta be real careful.
No shit.
I do have a couple announcements. So we do have 5 patrons on Patreon now. Autumn actually decided to donate to the podcast as of sometime within the last few days after we recorded.
Thank you, Autumn.
Thank you so much.
I assume that she decided to finally join our Patreon because I told her, hey, don't take your baby in the shower. And she was like, you know what? That's worth a couple bucks a month.
Actually, what had happened was I was texting her and she was talking about Brandon Ferris because she absolutely loves him. He's a YouTuber.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah, no, he's very entertaining. And so she bought one of his t-shirts. I don't know how much they are for something. And I was like, you bitch. I was like, you're going to buy a t-shirt from him before you even support our podcast. And then I immediately was like, oh, she's not going to realize I'm joking. So I immediately was like, I'm joking. And she was like, check your Patreon, bitch. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
all right. Okay.
Oh, fucking
all right.
Showed you, nerd.
I know. Thank you, Autumn. That was very, very cool of you. And I was like, you do not have to do that. But she said that it felt right and it made sense that she wanted to support us. So it's pretty cool. I'm not
because at this point, honestly, we have like probably close to 20 hours of content. And that is at least 45 minutes of entertainment.
What? Yeah.
We're gonna keep working on that ratio. That ratio will keep going up. It'll probably.
I mean, this past episode was fabulously entertaining, and the video is almost fully edited. I meant to put it up today, but unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit longer because I have to match it up with the audio and everything. But it will be worth it because I pause it, I zoom in on my face, and then it shows the lovely little exorcism that happens. And then what do I do after that? And then there you can almost just barely tell that my lipstick is smeared, but I do point an arrow to it.
But the best part is like your lipstick was fucked up. And I don't understand how the camera like didn't convey that.
It's because it's more so how quickly I covered my mouth up after, and then I paused the video super quick. Because and then you and I were talking as I was trying to fix it, which is how you saw so much of it.
Yeah, it was super fucked up, and it was great.
I got as much as I could find in the footage that was available. I point an arrow to it. You can see it a little bit. I'm sorry, you don't get the full Joker Jurassic Park experience. I'm sorry.
Maybe next time she chokes.
Wow.
That sounded ominous, but
that's a lot of pressure.
I just meant like at some point you might choke again.
Oh, I will.
Not
I will.
okay. Good.
It happened earlier today, believe it or not. Not
Have you seen a doctor?
not nearly as dramatic. Just
Oh,
like
okay.
barely. But yeah, it didn't go well.
Just like a little bit of puke instead of like
Tip it. You make it sound like it was full on exorcist. It was
no.
literally like a little spit fountain like you would do at the pool when you're a child. That's how much came out.
Oh yeah, but your mouth was
So
like wide open and it was straight out of the center. Like,
no,
okay, yes,
I've looked
you
at this footage over and
no, I'm
over.
telling you, this is how I remember it. Do you know?
You're so dramatic.
Do you know when you go to the carnival and you shoot the water into the clown's mouth to
You
blow up the
dumb bitch.
balloon?
You dumb
It was
bitch.
like that in
It
reverse.
was
It was like the
not.
clown's mouth. You open your clown mouth,
I
and
mean,
then it
it's
was just like
perfect because of Joker. It's perfect. But no, dude.
I don't know. I feel like my brain is dramatic.
No way. So trying to get us back on topic.
Yep.
We are one person in the $5 or $10 tier a month. I'm not expecting the 10. Corey is an overachiever, but we do appreciate him. We just need one more person in the $5 tier a month before we really unload the bonus content on there. Because we're gonna have murder libs I want to announce. So like the Mad Libs that you've heard, I'm creating murder libs, but I'm gonna ask Cody noun, verb, adjective, etc. And then
Can I?
yeah.
Oh, I meant
ahead.
to. I wish I wasn't asking this like on recording, but
Mm.
can we have like a cheat sheet for me so I when you ask me like what a verb, a noun, an adjective is, I know like what they are.
Shut up. You're so dumb.
I'm just saying, like
Um,
in the moment, I might get confused because I definitely know what they are
mm,
when I'm not under pressure. But when I'm under
mm.
pressure, who knows?
Noun.
Is
No, just say a noun, you idiot.
oh, I thought you were asking me what a noun is. Uh, dog.
Yep. Verb.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
run.
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
R-
I
real hard one. Adjective.
fat.
All right.
Fat dog run. Watch the fat dog run.
Okay. All right. Thumbs up.
Nailed it.
See,
Oh, also, I don't. I'm really off topic.
never happens.
I forgot I sang on the last episode. So when
We're gonna
I
pause.
started listening to the last episode, I was like, "Oh hell yeah! All right, look at me go!"
I call it Sarah's serenade
Yeah.
for your anniversary.
Oh yeah.
You should play
I'm
it
writing another one as we right after we get off of here.
for sure. No, you should play that one for her though. Make her
I will.
real proud. Let's see, what else was I going to announce? Obviously, we're doing the full episodes, and there's a poll on Patreon for anyone who does join. You can vote on what we're going to cover in the first episodes. It's a few different options. And lastly, just to wrap it up, I just want to let everyone know $5 currently of what's being donated is going to the charlieproject.org. And that's typically where I get a lot of the stories and a lot of the cases that I talk about. So it felt right to donate some of that back to that website because it's been super helpful. And a lot of people use that. It's got resource information and everything. So just want
Oh,
to let
that's
you guys know.
awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
you were doing that.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good thing because I always use it. I look at other websites, but typically that's the one that I get most of the information from. So it felt right to do that. But yeah, that's all the announcements that I have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Anyone who is new, feel free to write us a review. We really would appreciate it on Apple Podcasts.
5 stars.
Like literally a review is cool.
No, 5 stars.
Literally any review helps us at all, regardless of the stars.
But I mean, but it's not that hard to just give us 5 stars.
It's not that hard to be modest either, you dick face.
I'm not saying we deserve 5 stars. I'm saying I want 5 stars.
He's demanding what he knows he is not necessarily worth.
Yes.
He's realistic and yet very demanding.
Correct.
I'll settle for 3 stars.
Oh. Trash person. I don't know how I said that. Like I'm not the trash person in this.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to try and breathe while we're recording now in terms of like and trying to drink. I just have to be super careful.
Yeah, no, the trick is
Paranoid.
you don't drink, you don't breathe in while you're drinking.
No shit.
I mean
No shit.
that's what
I don't
I
know
do
how I did it. I don't know how I did
is
it.
I don't breathe in while I'm drinking, and I very seldom choke.
I don't fuck you. I don't think people will realize it was an entire mouthful of beer. It was not a sip of beer. So when I zoom in the video and you see my oh shit face, I was like, oh my God, this is where it ends. I thought for
Yep.
sure I was gone. Um, oh, I do have one last thing. I apologize. We're delaying it like every 3 minutes. But I came up with a solution to how Harambe could have survived and the child who is alive. I checked. He's fine. He had like a tiny scar and that's not
Don't
even
care.
front. It's not even from Harambe. It's because he fell into the exhibit.
No, oh, and like 2 days after we talked about that, I saw a thread on Reddit about people like, if people get fucked up by animals, like it's not the animal's fault. Animals are being animals.
Yeah, Harambe should still be alive. I stand by that. Multiple people stick by me on this. But this is what they could have done. Are you ready? So the kid is in the exhibit. Harambe's like, what the fuck is going on? Who is this? What is this? I don't know. So what you do is you get someone in a gorilla suit, right? But
Naturally.
not just any gorilla suit, the Jessica Rabbit of gorilla suits. So you send them in this really sexy gorilla suit. And then they're posed all sensually against the wall, right? Have them start dancing, play some Bruno Mars gorilla, right? And so it distracts Harambe, and he's like, ooh, who is this? So while that's happening, we have someone in like a concrete colored, like full body spandex suit rappel into the exhibit, grab the kid, go back up.
I thought it was going to end with like
Foolproof.
the like cartoon style fishing pole. Um
No.
I can say I am a human being. I am not I am not a lowland gorilla,
Okay.
but if I saw the Jessica Rabbit of lowland gorillas, like you've got my attention.
I'm just
I'm not saying
saying.
I'm not going to do anything about it, I don't think, but like
Okay.
you've you've piqued my interest.
Hopefully, we would pique his too. And though he'd be very mad, whatever he just missed behind him happening and the child is now gone, he would still be alive and he would get over it. He'd be heartbroken because Jessica Rabbit would leave. But, you know, if
Yeah,
we wanted to, save his life, we could have done that.
I do like the idea of like the Jessica Rabbit gorilla
Mhm.
not being able to leave and then having to like just be part of the exhibit from there on out.
Yeah, but it's a human being, though. It's not like
Yeah, no,
another.
that's the best part.
Oh, no, 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 no. What if we get no, they just get another gorilla, put it in like oh, no, that's too difficult. Never mind.
Yeah, how
I forgot
it's
what
going to
I
be
was
terribly
asking.
difficult to put a gorilla in a dress like that.
Correct. Yeah, they're not going to like it.
Oh, you could shave a bikini onto the gorilla.
Could you imagine the gorilla like all confused? Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Hmm. But see, even our ideas are better than what happened. Maybe they should have hired us.
I mean, Harambe was like he was cool. The memes were stupid. I hated all the memes, but
Oh, there were some good memes. Not all of them, but there were some good
me,
memes. Come on. Come on.
me.
All right. So all the announcements and detours and scenic routes out of the way. You're going first. So
And I knew that because I listened to the episode earlier.
Check
Well,
you
part of it, just the part
out.
where you were dying.
Up in our download numbers. I don't give a shit. It upped our download numbers. Oh, we already have a plan for when we
Wait, are
hit
you talking about?
What?
Are you talking about download numbers or streams? Because I didn't download it. I should probably start downloading it.
No. It can't streams. It's the same thing. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not the same thing, but it's streams. But
Is it bad that it like just now is when I realized I should probably download our own podcast?
I mean, I don't know. Like, why would you do that? We listen to ourselves.
We gotta fudge those numbers. All right.
No, but when we hit 2,000 downloads, we already know what we're doing for the image, guys. If anyone didn't see the 500 download image, go check it out. But we already have a plan. What?
Oh shit! I just thought of an incredible pun that would go with that picture.
Shut up.
Hang on. I know this is detouring again, but I'm going to text it to you real quick so I don't forget.
Good option, because it's going to be a surprise. Much like me choking on air. Much surprise for everyone. What was I going to say? Murder Lib's full bonus content. We are working on hopefully designing a logo so we can make stickers, and we can give stickers to our patrons on Patreon. That's about what I got right now. I'm trying to think of what else. What else? I do have a it's gonna be good.
That's solid.
That's good. I have the what is it? Oh, I have a headline already ready to go. So
oh sweet.
Saw you.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, the mic definitely still picked that up. So all right. Ebby Jane Steppach was born Steppach. EBBY. Ebby Jane Steppach. STEPPACH.
Do you think you ever had steppage time? Have you seen Mary Poppins? Okay.
I have seen Mary Poppins, but I don't understand that.
Like Step in Time. See the song when they're on the roof? Forget it.
The only song I remember from that is Spoonful of Sugar, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, that's the one song?
Yeah.
Both of those
I think it was a medley. And and the penguins. The penguins. Those are cute.
It's a classic.
Ebby Jane, Jesus Christ. Ebby Jane Steppach was born March 31st, 1997.
Oh, wow.
In 2015, she was a high school senior at Little Rock Central High School. She was supposed to graduate from this public school after she had
Little Rock?
Yeah.
Wait, was it the high school where the with the segregation and the Please continue. I'm gonna look it up. Is this in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, please continue.
But this is in 2015.
It's irrelevant. It's an important historic moment.
Oh, I thought you meant like they still had segregation, which it's Arkansas. They might.
I mean, we don't want to talk bad about Arkansas, but you did give us Bill Clinton, so mixed reviews.
Oof. She was going to be graduating from this public school after having transitioned over from she had been going to a charter school previously.
Okay.
She had decided that, along with public school, another change she would make was moving out of her family's home. She was 18 at the time, so even though she moved out, she didn't necessarily stay in one place. Okay. She most often would kind of jump between her grandparents or her older brother Trevor's house, but would also every once in a while spend an extended period of time at a friend's house.
Okay.
So she was honestly just trying to be independent. She was like 110 pounds, like just
Oh,
over
yeah.
5 feet tall, blonde, like just tiny little
Like
high school
you,
girl.
but blonde.
I wish I was 110 pounds.
I don't. I like my curves, but yeah.
No, if I was, oh man, if I could just be a little skeleton guy, that would be the best.
You would get abducted so quickly. And then once they realized how dumb you were, they'd bring you. No, they wouldn't bring you back.
No, they'd just like toss me in the woods or something. But in all fairness,
Hmm.
I feel like if I was like super just gaunt and skinny, Sarah would be all horned up all of the time.
I don't. First of all, can we talk about your phrasing? I have never heard horned up in my life until you started saying it.
I was gonna say, you've known me for like what, like 13 years now. I've
it
definitely said horned up before.
yeah, until you started saying it is what I said. Like whenever that was.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Mhm.
I have a way with words.
I
I
feel like
have
we
a
need to talk to Sarah during moments like this so she can be like, no, that's just no. Where's Sarah? Get
the
Sarah.
way I talk, because constantly I say things and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Is that what you mean?"
No, no,
Or
I
you think
mean
she
for
wouldn't be
like that
horned up
specific.
for little skeleton Cody?
Yes, bring her in.
No, she for sure would.
No, bring her in.
I'm not going to go get her right now
I'm
because I don't
demanding you bring
want to
her
get
in.
up. Quite honestly, I don't give a
Text her.
shit.
Bring her.
We'll next time we'll do it online. All right, hang on.
Ugh. You all need to meet Sarah, even if it's just in audio.
Sarah, if I was a gaunt
Oh, no.
skeleton man,
Whatever. That's fine.
would you find me? No, I'll say exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Would
Yes.
you be all horned up? All right. We'll report back later in the episode with Sarah's answer. Oh, I forgot how
Just like
dark
two
this
thumbs
story is.
down.
Yeah, I know. I forgot how like fucked up this story is, and I'm
Mhm.
okay. So, on Wednesday, October 21st of 2015, Ebby skipped school. One of her closest friends was Danielle.
Okay.
She was later quoted as saying that Ebby told her she skipped school to avoid quote unquote that drama, end quote.
I mean, like, good for you for removing yourself
Oh
from the
yeah.
drama sometimes. Like, fuck them.
But the thing is, Danielle was asked her what she meant, seeing as though she was a really close friend of Ebby and was unaware of any drama.
Interesting.
So she didn't know anything was going on.
What did she say?
I don't know the extensive circumstances of that question, so maybe it's not a no.
You two are perfect for each other. I swear to God.
Yeah. So Ebby was dismissive and did not take time to clarify what she meant by that drama.
Yeah, because she's trying to avoid it. So why does she want to talk about it? Come on.
Right. Friday of the same week, the 23rd,
Yes.
Ebby attended a party without Danielle. Unfortunately, at this party, Ebby was allegedly, and I only say allegedly because nothing was ever proven. Okay. Reading this story, 100% believe what Ebby reported, what Ebby told people. But it was alleged. So at the party, Ebby was allegedly victim of a gang rape.
Oh God, no. Oh God.
4 men raped her and filmed it on at least one of their cell phones.
You would like to say what is wrong with this generation, but you know for sure this is not a generational thing. Just people can be fucked up all the way back to when it started. It's just
it's crazy that it's
disappointing.
It's like the worst part of humanity / men.
You know, this is in 2015.
Yes.
You know how much porn is available in 2015? Do you
Right?
know how many sex toys are available? If you need it that bad, there are so many outlets. So many.
Yeah, I mean, you could just buy a steak at the grocery store and do something with that, I'm sure.
Oh, or like a cantaloupe. That was a thing, which is
Yep. That was
they.
the thing.
Cody, did you try that?
Hmm?
He won't admit it.
I don't like fruit.
Yeah, in your mouth.
All right, come on, Ashley.
All right, I'm so sorry. It's despicable. Please
Yeah.
continue.
So the next day, okay. All right. Simmer down, class.
I just can't believe people fuck cantaloupes. Please continue. Okay. Go ahead.
I don't get it. And then like so okay.
Like you have to microwave it first so it's warm. Then
You don't have to.
you don't
But also
have
like
to.
isn't cantaloupe like decently hard?
I wouldn't. Well, yeah, but like,
No, I mean like the feel of cantaloupe
well, you
is
kind
like
you know what? I want to know who came up with it. Who had to test out a bunch of different things before they were like, "This is the fruit, guys."
I don't
Silicone
I can't
exists,
I can't think of a fruit
but
that like
this
makes sense.
for men, no.
For men, correct. For ladies, there's all sorts of vegetables and stuff that
So dumb.
I'm sure but for men
Mm,
like maybe a banana peel?
but oh god, I don't.
But like so what I cuz what I'm thinking, okay, is like
I'm very sorry to Ebby's family. This is not about that. This is because we are
well yeah, no,
curious
obviously
people.
I'm trying to give people
Obviously,
alternatives.
yes.
Um like so my first other thought was watermelon, right? But like watermelon doesn't have structural integrity. So like
Yeah, there's no way.
you mash it once and then it just like falls apart, right? Is that how watermelon works? Is that what watermelon does?
Basically, do you not eat watermelon either?
I don't eat fruit.
Like any of it, like none of it.
Like
There's not one single fruit that you actually enjoy. And I'm not talking about like fruit flavor, like the
there
actual
there
fruit.
there are certain fruits that I'll eat from time to time out of just like
Your body
I
screaming for
no, I
nutrients.
mean like I feel yeah, no, I feel like I'll just eat like every once in a while, like especially when I'm drunk,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm hammered, I love an apple.
Okay.
I'll eat an apple. Pears are pretty good. I think the last one I ate was not good anymore. It was real mushy, and I don't think a pear is supposed to do that.
I love pears. Pears are great.
I'll eat like strawberries.
Like chocolate covered strawberries or just like strawberries?
Just like a strawberry. I'll eat like 3 blueberries, and then I'm like, oh, I wish this was a pie.
Okay. All right.
Pineapple's good.
Pineapple is delicious.
I love like
Oh God. Can you imagine someone trying to fuck a pineapple? Ugh.
oh, burn your dick.
Please do that actually.
It's so
If
acidic.
you are a predator in any form, I highly recommend that.
Fuck a pineapple instead.
Yes,
Or
please
have the
fuck a pineapple.
have the pineapple fuck you.
Ooh.
And then the barbs make it so it doesn't come back out.
If this
So
is not one
the
of our
next
lines
day,
that's associated with this podcast is fuck a pineapple, we're not doing it right.
that's fair.
That wasn't intentional. Please continue.
So the next day,
Yes.
Ebby went to her mother, Lori, and stepfather Michael, and confided in them at what about what had happened. They were incredibly supportive and said, you know, as soon as you're ready, we suggest we go sooner rather than later, but as soon as you're ready, we'll go to the police and we'll file a report.
Absolutely.
Ebby said that obviously she's been horribly traumatized, and she just wanted to go rest for a while in her own room at her grandparents' house.
Right.
So her grandparents kept a room for her. She went back to her room and spent the rest of the day, understandably inconsolable and reserved in her room.
Yeah, that's gonna mess with you quite a bit.
Oh, I cannot begin to imagine.
Yeah.
Around 8 p.m. that night, she let her grandmother know that she was finally going to meet her stepfather, Michael, at the police station to file a report. No family member would ever see Ebby alive again, although her brother would speak to her one last time the following day. So the what the fuck? So the phone records show that she called the Little Rock Police Department twice that night, each call clocking in at around 60 seconds.
Wow.
Okay. The police department claimed to have no record of this.
What?
Even though her cell phone records show that she called the police department and had 2 connected phone calls for around 60 seconds, the police department said they have no record of this.
Bullshit.
Her phone records also show that she sent text to the men that she had accused of raping her, threatening them with the fact that she was going to the police. These texts weren't released, but she was just basically like, yeah, you do understand I'm going to the police. I know who you are.
Don't, like, I cannot blame her in any sense for that, but just don't bother telling them that's what you're going to do. Just do it. She is not wrong for necessarily saying that to them. That's just how she handled the situation. You don't want to give them the upper hand in knowing what you're doing, because then,
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
like you said, no one would ever blame her.
Correct.
I can't imagine like the emotions and I mean, likely just like
That would just be my advice.
just animalistic response to that.
I can only imagine how that would, like, I think one person doing that to you is typically bad enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's multiple people that are all just basically not only taking advantage of you, and then attempting to kind of embarrass you also by recording it.
Right.
Just
So she told them that she was going to the police, and this led her stepfather to the school of thought that he feels like she spoke to the police and felt so sure that she wasn't going to be taken seriously by them, that she went to confront these, potential schoolmates of hers on her own.
No. Why would you? I can't like blame her for doing this, because it's not like she knew this was going to happen if they are responsible for anything. But take someone who's like really large and threatening with you.
Take the opposite of someone like me.
I mean, like, get him like angry enough, he'll yell at anyone.
Oh, I'll bring guns. That is satire. That is satire. I would never.
I don't think anyone is going to sponsor us, Cody. I don't. I'll bring my guns. No, let's not.
Yeah. Cut that part out.
I'm not going to.
The following day, Ebby called her brother Trevor and said she was outside of his house. So he hung up and went rushing out of the house to find her. And she was nowhere to be found. Went up down the street, couldn't find her. So he calls her back immediately and asks where she is. And on both calls, but he said more so on the second one, she was panicked and disoriented. She couldn't tell him where she was or if she was even with anyone. her last words to her brother were, quote, "I'm fucked up." And then she hung up.
So she's outside his house, calls him.
She
Seems like she thinks she is.
She thinks she is.
Okay.
Or something to that effect. So 3 days later, her car was found. Okay. Abandoned, battery dead, gas tank empty. It was in Chalamont Park, Chalamont. Chalamont sounds good. Chalamont Park in western Little Rock. Okay. A security guard had actually was the one that called it in to the same police department, because there's only one police department
in Little Rock,
right? He finds an abandoned car after, and that was the other thing that was really upsetting, is they're like calling and saying like, we can't find my daughter, and they were like, oh, well, you have to wait 12 hours. Well, no, she's a missing person. Yeah, she's 18. They were like, no, you have to wait 12 hours.
Fuck off.
So the security guard calls. He waited for 2 hours with the car, and no one ever showed up. 2 days later, because I mean, he unfortunately does have a job to do. He doesn't know it's like a crime scene or anything. He's just finds this abandoned car. 2 days later, he's in the same area checking out everything because he's, a security guard, park ranger, whatever. He comes across the car. Not quite. He comes across the car again. He calls the police again. It takes them an hour to finally show up.
And it's been what? You said 2-3 days?
This at this point would be 5 days after she had gone missing. So the initial call was 3 days after. 2 days later, he called again, and they actually came out. The police were wildly inept at doing anything remotely close to an actual investigation. If you hadn't picked up what I was putting down by now,
yeah,
oh god damn. Okay, Ebby's parents were already upset with the police, obviously, because it's been 12 hours, nothing. Or no, they tell her you have to wait 12 hours, and they wait 12 hours, and they're like, she's probably a runaway.
Oh, so they still don't do anything.
I mean, they
probably write it down on like a scrap piece of paper.
They file it, but it's just, hey, she's a runaway. Okay, so once her parents get her car returned, it was discovered that the cops had in fact searched the car upon that second call, but they had left the car's doors and trunk open during a rainstorm.
What?
They didn't close the doors. They didn't close the trunk. So any potential evidence was washed away in a rainstorm.
What the ever-loving fuck?
So after this interaction with these idiots that happen to be wearing badges, they hired a private investigator.
A prestigator.
Private investigator. So like right off the bat, the investigator's like, oh shit, they are really bumbling this. So the investigator finds just multiple facts that anyone with a brain would find odd, such as the cops never contacted the security guard again. After that initial visit, they were like, oh, cool, we got it from here, boss. And he runs off, and they never talked to him again. So when the private investigator reached out to him, he was like, oh, they're finally investigating? And she was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean they're finally investigating? Because this was months and months later at this point.
Jesus.
He's like, oh yeah, they never contacted me. I didn't think anything was wrong. They never contacted the friend Danielle. So the one friend that she's super close with and probably knows, you know, shit about her best friend before she went
Oh,
missing.
of course she knows. Like you know.
They they never contacted her. They never even bothered trying to locate the cell phone or get any sort of listing of the usage.
Right, like they didn't
So
try
they
to
never
triangulate it, anything.
they didn't try to like, you know, triangulate it. They didn't even look for like, hey, who did she call that night? They
You know
when
what?
they the same thing when the private investigator contacted the cell phone carrier, they were like, she was like, has anyone else, you know, reached out? And they were like, no, we have no
Okay.
record of anyone ever looking into these phone records. Why?
I think Prestigator Terry and I would agree they can all fuck pineapples. Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. So
You straight dumb as fuck. Why are you in that job if you can't even try to do it right?
yeah, right. Um, so I think at this point we're at like the car was originally found on the 28th. 2 days later would be the 30th. So about 4 days after that, on November 3rd, Lori, Ebby's mom, and one of her daughter's friends went to search the park for themselves. Okay, so they go to where they know the car was found, and they decide they're going to look for her. They felt as though they could smell decomposition, so they called 911. They call 911. It takes over again. They call 911, the emergency line, not like a fucking tip line or the non-emergency.
Right.
911. It took an hour for the police to arrive, and they essentially walked around in a circle and said, oh no, that's sewage, and got back in the car and left.
You are shitting me.
Nope. It took this is I go further into other stuff later, but it blows my fucking mind because it took them a year. They didn't actually formally, like officially check the park for any sort of clues or leads until November 6th the following year. So 2016. They waited till fucking 2016 to be like, you know what? Maybe we should take a look around where that car was found.
Did anyone check the park? Yeah, but there was nothing there. There was like some kind of smell, but
Right.
not the smell that you would think.
So they did interview the 4 people that were accused by Ebby.
A year later.
No, like pretty quickly afterwards.
Okay.
But they didn't even ask to look at their phones. The main thing was they had recorded this horrific act. They never asked them to open their phones. They never asked to even look at their phones. They never searched their homes. They were released the same day.
I have to wonder if this is like the good old boy thing.
Yep, you're basically going down the same little trail that I did. They also allegedly took cadaver dogs to the park and turned up nothing. Okay. So in 2018, Lori, Ebby's mom, even went on to file a formal complaint about the Little Rock PD, saying that certain officers threatened to not give her updates on the case of her missing daughter unless they stopped bothering them.
Really? Like, fuck off.
So naturally,
I will buy you the pineapple. Like, just go.
This always blows my mind is when they do like the don't worry, we're going to investigate it internally.
Got
Oh,
it.
so there's a group of 6 of you. I'm complaining about 3 of you, and you're going to let the other 3 make sure that the people that they work 40 hours a week with aren't doing something weird. There's no like conflict of interest there. Not at all.
I mean, there's a couple people I've worked with over the years that I would 100% tell you anything you want to know, everything incriminating they've ever said.
Oh,
But for the most part,
there's
you get
so
along with
many
your
people I've worked
coworkers.
with that
Yeah.
I would immediately throw under the bus. Like,
But
yeah,
no, it's suspect. You should definitely not do an
but
internal.
especially like god damn it, it's so frustrating. So they let some of their cop buddies investigate them, and surprise surprise, insufficient evidence of Lori's complaints.
Mhm.
Okay, so remember I said they allegedly took cadaver dogs to the park?
Oh, fuck yes.
The reason I say allegedly is because normally cadaver dogs sniff out cadavers.
Correct.
Okay, pretty consistently. Same thing with
Yes.
drug dogs, same thing with bomb dogs.
The specialty.
That's literally all they do.
Right.
That is what they are trained for. So in 2018, the FBI and a cold case unit, a cold case unit from the Little Rock Police Department actually decided to work with the Little Rock Public Works. They decided that they were going to go ahead and excavate the drainage parks in Chalamont Park.
Okay.
Or
The
drainage pipes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
In Chalamont Park. Unfortunately, Ebby's remains were found in a drainage pipe only 60 feet away from where her car was discovered. So it's heartbreaking because honestly,
how much evidence could have still been there?
You can't even necessarily with confidence say, you know, that woman wasn't out there and did smell decomposition.
So I mean, they find her in 2018.
In 2018, 3 years later, they never released the cause of death, though it has been determined. They've gone on record and said, oh, we know how she died, but they won't release the cause of death, and the case is still unsolved. So she was murdered.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
You know what I mean? Like,
obviously.
I think this is the first case that I've covered that's not even technically classified as a murder because it's technically just an unsolved death.
Right.
Because the fucking police department that bungled shit from the get-go hasn't released, what the cause of death was. Doesn't that just piss you off?
It really, really does. Because like we genuinely care about these cases, and when they fuck it up that bad, I can only imagine what the families went through in knowing their child, their family member was there the whole time, all the evidence that got missed and we'll never know was there, was on the body, what have you, because they literally just didn't even fucking try.
Yeah, so I mean it's like it's upsetting because it's one of those things that like me personally, it immediately makes me wonder is like, was it just one of the suspects was like the police chief's kid?
Right.
Was it the mayor's kid? And they were like, oh, we can't have that getting out.
Oh god.
It's just like it's so fucked and upsetting. Yeah, I mean it's just awful. Like I don't understand it. It feels like it's very possibly like one of those weird like open secrets in a town. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah.
Where everyone's like, oh yeah, no, those four definitely killed that girl, but the police said it was sewage.
I, it just it pisses me off to no end that people get away with a lot of shit when you know the right people.
Yeah.
It's just like it just fucks it up for everyone else. It's not even cool. That poor girl died and no one seems to give a shit other than the family.
And the other like really upsetting part to me was like it never says it,
Mhm.
but a lot of times in those situations there is like some sort of like date rape drug, right? And the last words to her brother was I'm fucked up, and she couldn't tell him where she was. She couldn't tell him if she was even with people. So
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
did they just drug her again and then take her and
How
kill her? Like what the fuck?
how would after that happen, how would you then be able to drug her? Like how did that happen? I wonder.
But I mean it's one of those things that if it's four high school guys
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
backed into a corner against 100-pound, hardly 5 foot tall girl,
Yeah,
they it's fucked, but they could just force feed it to her.
I know. I thought about that after.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'm so sorry to her family. It reminds me of the case, I think it was in California, of Daisy. I don't remember her last name. It's super fucked and I don't want to get emotional about it, but she had the same thing happen to her. And she started a foundation and she was an activist for other people speaking out. There's a whole documentary on Netflix about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually killed herself at the beginning of this year.
Oh geez.
Like it's really bad and I don't want to get emotional about it, but I feel for her because she tried so hard for so long to like keep it together and like
Right.
fight against herself, feeling so bad about herself after it, because not only did they not do anything about it, pretty much everyone in the town talked shit about her and like just defended the guys.
Right.
It's really bad. It's a really tough thing to watch, but it's disgusting that things like these happen and then people are just like hmm, they know this guy so it's fine.
Right.
We can't, we don't want to ruin his future.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well that's a fun end to that. I mean it's a murder case so I don't know what we thought was going to be a fun end to it, but or I'm sorry, it's an unsolved death.
Unsolved
Unsolved
death.
death. Suspicious death. God, it's ridiculous.
Do you have a fun headline for us?
I don't even think it's that fun anymore. Um, it's not even like fun per se. It's just kind of fucked up.
Oh, cool.
So this came out today. Michigan man allegedly kidnapped online date and held her captive for 3 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was in I think Bangor Township, whatever it is.
The fuck is
Um,
that?
I don't know, it's someplace in Michigan. Um, People
Oh
are
wait.
screaming at us about where it is, but it's somewhere.
Whatever.
So he is a convicted murderer, also, apparently. So he
He's
abducts
a
this one.
convicted murderer?
I think so. Yeah, that's what it says
Oh
in here.
boy.
So
That's a problem.
yeah, he abducts this woman who is a mother as well. He abducts her on their second date, and he held her hostage for nearly a month.
It's fucking insane.
Her name is. It looks like her name is Kayla. For her privacy, I'm not going to say her last name right now, but she needed 17 stitches. She had bruises across her body, and she was held against her will by Trevor. It's either double or double A. I'm not really sure.
Mhm.
I don't really give a shit. He can fuck a pineapple. So he was charged with assault, intent to do great bodily harm, burglary, other shit. They met on this dating app. Let me see. They communicated for about 3 weeks and they had gone on one in-person date. And then they went on this second date and then he just fucking takes her hostage. I don't even understand. Okay, so in April, Trevor comes to her home unannounced and invites her over for breakfast.
Was it like in the morning?
And I would imagine.
I don't know. So
Who fucking knows?
Both of them are menacing. So I am not a morning person. So if someone just shows up into my house in the morning, I'm not a fan. But if they were like, want to go get breakfast, I'd be like, all right, you've redeemed yourself. It's entirely different if they show up at like 11 p.m. and they're just like scraping on my front door like a stray cat, and they're like, hey, let's go get pancakes.
I mean, that's how
let's
you get
go
like
get
a
pancakes.
raccoon's attention, so that's fair.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's much more threatening to me is if someone's like coming over in the middle of the night and they're like, fucking waffles.
The waffles are fucking.
I mean, like, let's go get fucking waffles.
You can purchase sexual waffles. Okay.
Yeah.
So
do not fuck waffles fresh out of the toaster. You will burn yourself.
Except this guy, he can do that.
Oh yeah, he can.
You know what? Put pineapple on the waffles. Go to town. Like, I hope you fucking die.
Also, I'm gonna send you another headline that we can probably maybe use for next week.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or this week. I don't give a
I
fuck.
don't give a fuck either. So let's see what the rest of this is. Obviously, she was held there for a week or 3 weeks. I'm sorry. In one incident while she was there, he threatened to bury a hatchet in her neck after he accused her of cheating on him and talking to other guys. They've gone on 2 dates.
Bro.
2 dates.
She don't owe you nothing.
She wouldn't owe you nothing.
2 dates, bro.
God damn. I was lying on the edge of the bed with my feet up, trying to block my face, and he was whacking me in the legs.
Wait, what?
I think he actually, I don't know if he had the hatchet in his hand or if he was just hitting her. I'm not really sure. I don't know the extent of her injuries. But it did say she needed 17 stitches, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so he pummeled her with his fist. He did attack her with a knife. He beat her with cell phones.
Like the old, like, big Nokia brick ones, because you could fuck up somebody with those.
Yeah,
but if it's like an
real.
iPhone, like, that's not
or
a
like
big deal.
the old car phones, like that shit was serious. But either way, like, beating anyone with anything is not cool. So he dragged her by her hair. He beat her with an iron. Like, I just, like, please just lie down on a bed of razor blades and then go right into battery acid. God damn. Yeah, he kept threatening to murder her. He said that he would harm her 8-year-old son. She tried to escape. On May 7th, he takes her to a hospital in a place called Paw Paw, which makes me laugh because I don't know where that is. It's PAW.
Is this in a different country?
It's in Michigan.
What the fuck is the name of these songs? Why did I say songs? Cities.
Oh, I don't even know. It must have been like an Indian area. It
What
sounds
was
like
the first name of it? Gorgon? Rongo?
Bangor.
Bangor. Bangor and Papa. Pawpaw?
Pawpaw.
That sounds like old German grandparents.
I know, right?
Hello, Bangor. Hello, Pawpaw.
So he took her to the hospital and she's asked the hospital staff to help her. I told the doctor, please don't let me leave with him. He's going to kill me. I don't know.
I cannot. So
There's so much to this. I can't
ooh,
even
that's a
go
lot.
over it.
So like, but here's
We'll
the
come
thing:
back to it
you
later.
drive someone to the fucking hospital, and they're like, "What's wrong with them?" You're like, "I don't know. She's got all these cell phone shaped bruises and fucking iron burns on her shins. I think she's clumsy.
I don't know how.
What?
I guess they're in a lot of situations where they can't do. I mean, they could call the police, but if they're anything like Little Rock, best of luck.
Yeah,
So there's a lot more to it. I just honestly I don't know if I can go through it right now.
that's
There's just a
intense.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Is at least your story more fun a little bit? No, probably not.
Slightly.
Is it about a kid again?
It's not.
Why is yours
It's
always
not.
missing children? All right, cool.
Wow.
They just missing children make me sad.
Yeah, but
I like
also
children
I
to be
feel
right
like
where they're supposed to be.
is it weird that I think sometimes they have a greater chance of survival in terms of like they're just abducted and raised as other, you
God, I'm
know?
so happy you said raised. Um,
Yes, raised.
uh, I don't, I don't feel like that's the case.
Oh, it probably isn't, but remember what did we say in the first episode? I like the prospect of hope.
Oh yeah. You like the possibility of hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
rose-colored
that's fair.
glasses. Okay. I'm going to talk about the disappearance of David G. Morrison. He was in Hammond, Indiana. He was born December 9th of 1948. He went missing December 1st of 1979. He was 30 years old. He would be 72 now if he is alive, but we'll get to that. So he was anywhere between 5'11 and 6'1 and about 142 pounds. He was a white male with brown hair, brown eyes. And to give you a little bit of like a backstory about him, he was the son of a wealthy local businessman.
Okay.
He was also part of the local music scene. He owned a high end stereo store. It was located in Munster, Indiana. And I think it's Seaburger Lane. It's probably not pronounced that way. But it was called Stereo Components Inc. was his store. Here we go. So on December 1st of 1979, it just really jumps right into it. So early in the morning, police receive a call to check out the store. There's a white car with 4 men inside, and it's parked right out front. And unless it's Black Friday, that's not necessarily something that you're going to see in front of a stereo shop in Indiana in the middle of the night.
I like the idea that like they pull up to the store and they're like, "What? This is another cop car with 4 cops in it."
That'll be pretty funny. It says Little Rock, Arkansas. They say they're looking at a case. That's probably what they were doing. They're
Got a
probably
trunk
getting
full of pineapples.
they're fucking them, I think, but we don't know what that's about. So yeah, it's just highly unusual, especially in like early in the morning. So they go in to check out the shop, and when they arrive there, there's no car. The men aren't there, the car is gone. However, the door is
Case closed.
unlocked. What?
Case closed.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, guys. So episode 19 next week.
And police were like, all right, that's it, boys. We don't have to do anything else. So the door's unlocked, the register is open, and they're like, it's just a break-in, a burglary. It's all fine. Insurance has this. Until they see blood stains on the door frame. And they're like, oh, shit. It's a paper cut. So they also find blood on a set of keys, which were on David's desk, which was in his office. The alarm had been turned off. So the alarm never went off.
Okay.
There's no sign of forced entry whatsoever. So either It could be someone he knew, or sometimes they are really threatening and then he just does it willingly because he wants
Right.
to live. So
So
it
there's
could
no
be
signs
either
of forced
situation.
entry.
Correct.
The car isn't there,
Right.
but there's blood all over the place. And you said the register was open?
The register's open, there's money missing, and then there's blood on his keys. I think it's his keys, but they're on his desk.
Okay.
So,
Huh.
yeah. And then they go and check out David's apartment to see what's going on. And this is on Meadow Lane and it's in Hammond, Indiana. It had been the scene of a violent struggle. There were signs of ransacking, things were overturned or shoved away. There were more bloodstains found. And this time the blood is in the basement, which is technically on the ground level with the way that it all works out. And then they found the shovel. It's a snow shovel caked with blood and hair.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not snow at all.
No, it certainly isn't. And the zombies are like coming from the sky, which is a concept that's ours. Don't take it. Thank you very much. So, despite the nature of the apartment, expensive stereo equipment was still present and altogether untouched. Like, no one took any of that shit. They just made it look like it was ransacked, basically. So David is not there, and neither was his white 1974 Pontiac Grand Am. So
that could be the white car.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So quickly, just me.
Yeah.
Noticing that that white car matches the description of the white car that I saw in front of the stereo store was more detective work than the detectives did in my entire case. But you can continue. Just me going, oh, white car is more than they did.
Are you surprised it took them so long to fix their shit down there and like bring people together like they should have done years ago? But that's a different topic. We all know. If you don't know how I feel about civil rights, just like message me. I'll rant about it to you. Anyway, so this man was so baller, his vanity plate on his car read stereo. So
straight and to the point.
Yeah. Too bad someone didn't read the license plate of the car that was out front. That'd be open and shut case, guys. So before the sun could even rise.
Okay, so I feel like you either had to have not been able to see the license plate, or there's like, or you're illiterate, because there's no way you can see that license plate and that's not what sticks out to you.
Are you Charlie Day? Oh, things escalate in Philadelphia.
Meet at bar.
So, before the sun could even rise that morning, someone finds a body. If anyone has seen Danganronpa, which is going to be 0 people other than me, it's fine. And by seen, I mean watch someone play through it because it's a video game. A body has been discovered. Eventually, someone else will get that. Either way, it's in the shallow, keyword shallow, remember that, shallow shoreline of Lake Michigan, which is on the north edge of the city. There is a white male's body, only in socks and a shirt. But the man looks like he has been beaten to the point of death. Also along the shoreline, there was a possible weapon, which was a blood-stained metal pipe. Okay,
damn.
You with me?
Wait, just socks and a shirt? Like yes. no pants? No underwear?
No pants. No pants. I don't really know what's up with that, but
pickle out on the beach, eh?
Well, he's not on the beach. He's in the water, and I'm about to address that. Just wait.
Oh God, did they cut off his dick?
No.
Oh, okay.
You got way too excited about that, though.
I was like, oh fuck.
Way too excited.
I wasn't excited. That was What's a
Jesus.
word that's not excited? Just continue.
Fascinated?
It's fine.
Curious.
That was
Intensely curious.
intensely curious. Yes.
There we go. So if you're like, what the fuck? Obviously, this is a murder and you're covering it. Why? You do disappearances? There we go. Nothing says 70s police work like seeing a body in the shallow water and doing nothing. Because both our cases are severely, severely inept in the police department. Literally in the police department. So,
holy shit. They saw someone dead on the beach and they were like, that's the Sea Police's district.
just wait. Instead of securing the body by bringing it just slightly onshore so it didn't float away, they call the medical examiner, or they call someone. Let me see, what does it say? Yeah, so it's this huge lake. If you don't know Lake Michigan, it's fucking huge. It's a giant lake. So they had officers on the way with a rope/hook device, which took over half an hour. The whole time, these idiots are doing nothing, looking at this body in the shallow water. They're just like, oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's floating. Look, it's floating further out. If only we had things that could pinch and grab and drag.
I fucking love the idea of cops being so by the book that they're like, we can't destroy the evidence. Gary, don't fucking touch that body. We can't tamper with the evidence. Sir, it's floating out the sea, sir. Gary, I said, don't fucking touch that. Don't tamper with that evidence. Sir, I just really don't think this is going to be, I don't think this is going to be conducive to our investigation. Johnson's bringing the big hook with the string on it. Don't touch it.
A pencil and like string and like bubble gum they're gonna attach to the body to bring it ashore.
Right, yeah.
That's what they're waiting on. Like, Jesus
My
Christ.
daughter Susie's about to come home from school. She has a hula hoop and a jump rope we can use.
There's a whole chain of paper clips on the way. Don't touch that body. Don't touch it. I think we're gonna loop it through the sacks and just drag him in. God damn, so dumb. So, it's like just out of reach. It's in shallow water. They don't want to like mess up their shoes or some shit. Like, you literally can't just fucking drag the body onshore just enough so that it's not gonna be floating back out. We can't do that.
Yeah.
No.
See, I mean, like,
so they're just like, oh, there it goes. There it goes. I hope
like,
he gets here in time.
I've 100% worked jobs where I'm like, that's fucking above my pay grade, not my problem.
This is different.
Yeah, you can't fucking do that when you're a police officer.
Oh, apparently you can. Because
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't, is what I meant to say.
So yeah, because I read these details and I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Are you serious? So yeah, they were just like, you missed it. It was just there. It was just there. Less paperwork we gotta do. And so they just head on back. So yeah, no, the body literally floats out of sight and they never recover the body.
Okay. Jesus.
It could be his body. We don't know.
But then I like imagining that they're like, so I understand you didn't drag the body ashore, but what did the body look like? And he's just like brownish, reddish, blondish hair. And I don't, sir, I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't stop looking at his dick. He didn't have pants on.
I was like, bro, you gotta wear pants if you're going swimming.
What color was his shirt? I don't know, but he had a huge bush. I can't remember if he was wearing a shirt, but that bush was huge.
God
I told him we should have drug it in here, sir.
damn. It sounds like you're trying to do Shaggy. Oh, side note, they did do an internal investigation, and officers were suspended for up to 10 days for not even fucking trying. So something
I bet you it was with
happened.
pay, though.
I don't have notes on that, but for sure, without a doubt.
It's always with pay.
I literally just the idea they're like, ah, look at it, look at it, look at it. You think he's gonna make it? You think he's gonna make it in time? Yeah, if not, it's not a problem. Yeah.
That's the extreme version of me at like Toys R Us watching a cart roll across the parking lot and hit a car. Where I'm
was
just
a fun
like
game that we would play.
Where I'm just like walking into work and I'm like, I'm not on the clock yet. Doo-doo. Someone's gonna be
some
pissed.
idiot didn't put it back in the vestibule.
Right. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm not on the clock yet. I'm not getting paid.
Yes, this is much more extreme. So 3 days go by, and David's car gets found. It was across state lines in South Holland, Illinois, and it's about 11 minutes away. So they were super close to the state line where he lived. So it's not like a far drive. See, the car had been there since the day after he went missing, which was so since about December 2nd-ish is when I think the car had been there. There was no signs of what went down. There was no struggle in the car, anything like that. Oh, no, that's wrong. There were signs of a talking about illiterate, like fucking Christ. Okay, so blood had been smeared on the back seat as well as the floor of the Pontiac and the outside of the passenger door. So for sure, there's blood.
Yeah.
If you see the video of last week, the lipstick situation, just imagine that smear, probably the car also. I don't know why I just compared that to my face. That's really stupid. Jesus Christ. His driver's license was on the front seat also. And then other than the previous details mentioned, no other signs of evidence, no other anything has come forth about that case, or if the body was his. The body is not anywhere other than at the bottom of the lake, probably. So that's basically what I have. He had unpaid bills apparently going on. There was a court case going on with that, but we don't know if that's connected.
Well, this worked out well then, because I had like
a body.
I had a long ass one and you had a decently short one, and yours was amazing.
Yeah, so if you know anything, which I doubt, Hammond PD.
Can you
219? Can I say the phone number?
Yeah, my bad, bro.
219-852-2900. It's your
turn. I also, being that close to the state line, can you picture them just being like, Gary, fucking grab his hand. We're going to drag him into Illinois. It'll be their problem.
That's probably why they didn't drag it. They were like, if we play our cards right, it'll go on that side of the lake. It's
floating in the water, and they're just chasing it down the beach. Trying to blow it into the next state. Come on, Gary.
The Little Rock police show up. They're like, yeah, we'll help you.
Sir, my lungs can't handle this.
They're like, all right, Cody, sit down. Jesus Christ. So these are the cases that we had today, guys. A lot of fucking stupidity going on. But you know what you can support us on Patreon, because I promise you we will give way more effort than the police departments mentioned, and we'll be way more entertaining.
I just thought of our new bit. All right, so any new listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Review us, okay?
Yes.
The only way I will allow you to not give us a 5-star review is you give us whatever number of stars you want, 1 through 4, but you have to go into deep detail about your favorite fruit to fuck.
Shut up.
That's your get out of 5-star free card. Okay. If you don't give us 5 stars, you have to let us know. Like,
and so it gets through properly and doesn't get flagged or stopped by Apple. You don't even have to say the fucking part, just say a fruit. Just put a fruit in there. Like 1 star, pineapple. I'd be like, Little Rock, you assholes.
yeah, just like it, yeah, all you have to do is like you know, like
We don't know what we're doing.
a boiled kiwi. Okay. Oh,
I'm sorry,
kiwis
is
kind of
Catherine Knight on the podcast? What is going on? Oh, she was in Australia. Fuck.
Yeah, she was in Australia, nerd. But
that
no,
would have been a genius quote if she was
it would.
New Zealand.
But I just realized kiwis probably feel like nut sacks already, right? Because they're sort of fuzzy.
I mean, I
Are
don't
kiwis
have
fuzzy?
nut sacks, but yeah.
Oh, and you've never encountered one?
I mean, I'm married, so you can
Okay.
realize that for yourself. Yeah, but like I don't sit there and go, oh.
Okay, so
That's the picture I'm gonna have to look at later.
I need all of you to watch just the last 5 minutes of this on YouTube so you can see how Ashley fondles nuts, because it's hilarious and I don't know why she made that sound, but she'll leave it in. It'll be fine.
I don't know. Why did I fucking inhale and drink at the same time? There's a lot of questions we could ask.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why did I not go work for Disney? I don't fucking know. I stayed here. And then I met, like, after high school. That was my plan. I was going to do the college program.
Disney has a college program?
They do. And I was going to do that.
Is it at a real college, or is it like you go learn at Cinderella's castle?
No, like you would get college credit for working there. And they'd have room and board for you and everything.
Wait, you don't even have to go to college? You just work at Disney and they give you
like a semester. You only go there for like a semester. And then and then whatever college you go to, you get credit.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me. And I stayed here and then I met my husband. So it all worked out and I met
Gosh, Ashley, that thesis sure is fantastic.
I literally want to be choking again.
That's
like
fair.
give me 2 seconds.
All right, guys.
We'll recreate it.
Next week.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah.
Next week, we'll be back on Instagram live on Thursday.
The week that this comes out?
I mean, 2 days from when you're hearing this, we'll be back on Instagram live.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our patrons get to find out first what the topic is because they get those videos also, the little teaser videos.
Yep.
So I would join it. Seems pretty fun. We're going to do all the high profile cases on there also, FYI, like Jean Bidet, all the big ones that you want to hear our take on it, which I can only fucking imagine what's going to come out of our mouths with any of those cases. But dear
probably
friends,
more beer. Because you choked and you spit up beer.
Oh, I wasn't sure I got it. Thank you. Dumbass. So idiot. If you're looking for where to find us, it's on any streaming service. It's Dear Friends Dead Ends Podcast. Obviously, you found us to listen to us, but if you want to see any of the images, anything like that, want to find the live, it's Dear Friends Dead Ends Pod on Instagram, and our Patreon is actually linked from the little link on our profile there, and you can find us and help us I don't know. Do something.
Yeah, help us
More than
grow.
Little Rock PD.
Share our podcast with your Sunday school. The next time
with your
you're in
friends,
confession,
if you have cool parents that love this shit, please tell them and have them tell their friends. Honestly, we love doing this. We really do. It's really enjoyable for us, and hopefully it's
oh, it's
enjoyable for you
fantastic.
guys. Thank you, Cody. Thank you.
Did
but
that,
yeah,
I don't feel like that sounded convincing, but I was serious. Like I'm absolutely like having a ball doing this podcast.
oh for sure. My
But I
poor
was just
husband is
like,
downstairs just waiting to go to bed, and we're just chatting away right now. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be like an hour, honey. And I think we've been doing this for like an hour and a half. Yeah.
yeah, about an hour and a half. All right.
Yeah.
Dana has to go to sleep. Ashley, give him the old
Judy.
Oh yeah, Judy has to go to sleep. Ashley, give him the old kiwi squeeze. All right. Bye.
Jesus Christ. Bye. Cody, shut the fuck up. I just cut the audio first. Did you see the face I made the second time?
Yeah.
So dumb. So dumb.